Welcome back to Talking Pop Culture, and we're going our top 5 couples, our top 5 relationships in the comic book world or the anime world. If you're an anime fan and you got couples in there, let us know in the comment section below your top 5. Before we get into it, hit the subscribe button, enjoy the video, give it the thumbs up. Mark, top 5. What do we got? Who you got? Number 5.
Right. And again, this is just our opinion of our favourites here. So
Yeah.
please, guys, let us know what you think. And there's no wrong answers here. So everyone's got their different favourites, don't they?
Exactly.
So I'm
Right.
going
It's good to know other people's, it's good to know, because we might say something that other people,
yeah,
they might say something that we would never, because it took me a while to think of number 5. So people might be able to help us
100%.
out as
Yeah.
well. So,
Everyone's got their attachment to something or even something they can relate to with these couples. So I'm going to go Hawkman and Hawkgirl as my number 5. They're just going pretty much by the Rob Vendetti run, the most recent Hawkman run that finished last year. Just the whole fact of they've lived through thousands of years, different lifetimes, different universes, and they always end up finding each other. They're always drawn to each other because when they die or if they get killed, they wake up again the same age and they don't have any memory, and they slowly get their memories back, some to a point, but somehow they always get drawn to each other and something good happens whenever they meet. And if they don't meet in a lifetime, something terrible happens. And as Ron Vendetti in his run sort of pointed out, like whenever they caught up, a good thing would happen, like more peace or something that they figure out together. So yeah, I really like that dynamic. I'm not a huge Hawkgirl fan, but I love Hawkman. But I do like them together, like how much good it brings. So yeah.
Well, I hope now, because we're getting Hawkman and Black Adam, maybe we might get Hawkgirl as well. So
Yeah.
get a spin-off series on HBO Max, Hawkman and Hawkgirl. Who knows?
I'll be down
My
for that.
number 5 is Spider-Man, and I'm not saying Mary Jane Watson. I'm saying Gwen. I love. I always cop heat when I say this, and to this day, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man is my favorite Spider-Man. That Amazing Spider-Man is my favorite Spider-Man.
Yep.
If you don't want to take away, I loved Far From Home, which I know a lot of people didn't like as well. But I don't know. For some reason, I loved Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I loved him and Emma Stone. Is that her name? Emma Stone's relationship on the screen. They were really good. They had really good chemistry. But just in the comics as well, having Gwen in there, and then how she dies, obviously, and it kills freaking Peter as well emotionally. I just don't like. I sound like a prick, but I sound like Mary Jane Watson. I think she's up herself. Like if you read Stan Lee's run, like the first run of Spider-Man, you'll see what I mean by how much of not a nice woman that she was. You know what I mean? Like she thought she was better than everyone. So, but obviously then she ends up with the geek. But I like Spider-Man and Gwen, and you know what? I like in the original Stan Lee run as well, Spider-Man and Betty. He gets with Betty Bryant. Betty Bryant, yep, they have a relationship as well, or they like each other but don't tell each other. And then she gets with the guy that turns into the villain. But yeah, Spider-Man and Gwen is my number 5 and my favorite Spider-Man relationship. Who you got at number 4?
Number 4, I have Daredevil and Elektra.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Damn.
You forgot that?
Well, it didn't come to my mind, so I guess it's not my top 5. But yeah, that's actually a really good one too. But continue.
It's an interesting one. Like Elektra kind of is a villain at some stage when they first sort of meet, and yeah, it's a good dynamic. They're both really good fighters as well. So together they're not unstoppable, but they're fantastic. But yeah, I didn't like the Elektra on the TV series as much.
Yeah,
but I did like the Jennifer Gardner Elektra and stuff like that. And yeah, I do think that they're a pretty good couple, and she sort of helps Matt Murdock out a bit, and vice versa. Matt Murdock helps her out a bit because she's, well, I guess, kind of a murderer to start with, isn't she? Or a trained killer, and Matt Murdock sort of treats her, shows her on the proper good path, and yeah, it's good dynamic. So I've always enjoyed it. I like Elektra and Daredevil as characters alone, but together, I reckon they're great.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. I totally didn't. That passed my mind because I did like them in Bendese's run. Mine is the most dysfunctional relationship. Pardon me, Batman and Catwoman. Like whether he's together or not, like make up your mind. But when they are together, I like it. It's a good relationship. It's funny. It's just the two people from two different worlds. You know, the poor girl that steals to make money and the rich guy. Like it's a good story. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I was hoping that they got married in the Tom King's run, but then they kind of Tom King butchered that. But I haven't been reading the Batman Catwoman series. I should be reading it, but I didn't. But yeah, that's my number 4, Batman and a Catwoman. Who you got at number 3?
Well, at number 3, I'll keep on with that conversation, is Batman and Catwoman. The same reasons, like two different worlds. Again, like with the other couples that I mentioned, they sort of bring out the different side of each other. Like Bruce Wayne can finally see the other side of what's it like to be poor, and and Bruce Wayne can teach Selena Kyle sort of not all rich guys are assholes. Like some are good and stuff like that. So you sort of get the complex between the both of them, and it seems to be like Selena Kyle's the only one that can bring out real emotions of Bruce Wayne and Batman, sort of bring out the real emotions. So that takes a pretty special relationship to bring that out, and they bring out the best of each other, and of course sometimes the worst. But yeah, it's an interesting complex, and yeah, it's hard to see a relationship where they don't have some sort of relationship, whether it's just a love-hate one. And yeah, there's always one that comes with the other these days, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Well, my number 3 is The Flash and Iris West. You know, I was really close to saying The Flash, and I should go over there and grab my New 52 book. Who was the girl that he was with at the start of the New 52? I was really liking that relationship. She was a cop as well. I forgot the name. Sorry, but they were really good together. But The Flash and Iris West, it's just old school. It's good. I don't like it on the show. Really stopped falling in love with the Flash show. I'm curious to see what they do with this Iris West and this Flash, if it's going to happen. Like before on the Snyder Cut that she was on there, and there was more of her. But also they saying the Snyder Cut isn't canon. They're sticking with the Justice League, so I don't think she made the cut on the Justice League one, did she? Yeah. She didn't, did she?
No, but she's cast for the Flash movie, so
she's cast for the Flash movie. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. But I like the Flash and Iris West, the reporter and the forensic science. They've got a strong relationship, which I really enjoy. What do you got at number 2?
Number 2, I've got Lois Lane and Clark Kent. So yeah, an iconic one. So again, they've both got they're both amazing people, to be honest. Like you put them together, it makes it just an awesome knit family, pretty much. And we've both discussed how much we love Lois Lane and the Clark Kent part. And yeah, they just work well together. Like I remember when in the comic book series how Superman was dating Wonder Woman, and it didn't feel right at all.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like, how could Lois Lane's just Wonder Woman's awesome too, but Lois Lane just, works so better for Superman because Lois Lane's the better person in the end. And yeah.
It was very weird. I remember reading that. I can't remember which one it was. I remember reading that Superman and Wonder Woman together. And I was like, it's just not right, man. It's just not right.
They feel like brother and sister, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my number 2 is Green Arrow and Black Canary. Again, like Mark Real, I've said it probably the last 4 videos now. That run really shows their relationship, how good it is. She's like in that comic, she's cool, man. She's sweet, she's nice, but she's a hard ass as well, and she can be firm, and she can be
keep Oliver in check.
Yeah, she put him in check. So, but at the same time, she can be loving and caring. Like she's a really good character, and they have a really good relationship. But that's my number 2. What do you got? Who's your favorite couple? The powerhouse.
My number 1 was one you've already said. It's Iris and Barry Allen.
Okay.
Yeah. So I honestly think that Iris West is so important for Barry. Because I think without Iris, Barry doesn't become a superhero.
She grounds him.
Yeah. Like even it was, and it got cut of the Whedon cut, but it was so important, that scene where he meets Iris, like, because he wasn't probably going to become a superhero, and seeing Iris in that car accident forced him out there because of, the instant love at first sight sort of thing. I thought that was a very interesting and necessary scene where Barry first meets Iris. And look, in the comics, like when Barry sort of and Iris sort of have problems, and Barry goes off on his own, he just screws up all the time. He overthinks things. And the good thing about also Iris, too, I remember one time when she finds out that he's Flash, and he has headphones in and he listens to music as he runs or whatever, and she's really interested to see what's on that. And it's like a lecture, like a geeky lecture that's in his headphones as he runs, because she didn't know which one was real, whether the Flash was the real Barry Allen or the Barry Allen was really Flash, sort of, because they were two different characters, and she fell in love with the Barry Allen side. So she was kind of hoping that wasn't fake, that wasn't an alter ego. But yeah, and when she found out, she was so happy that the Barry Allen part is real. Like, he really is a geek. He really is a mess, a social mess and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's really important for Barry Allen's character. And Iris West herself is just a very strong character, as you said, reporter. She's always after something as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like the dynamic. I think you really can't have Barry Allen without Iris, and you really can't have Iris without Barry Allen. Just in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. I like the duo, or the couple.
Yeah.
Again, I'm the same with you, though. I don't like it on the Flash.
Yeah.
I think it feels forced. Like, it doesn't feel like they have the connection.
Yeah.
It did at the start, but yeah, with Barry and Iris, you feel the connection in the books. And I feel in the Snyder Cut, you felt that connection, even though it was kind of a couple minutes, weird minutes, where he just stares at her in slow motion. But yeah.
Sausages flying around.
Yeah. I thought, yeah.
Oh,
some bits, but I did think it was a necessary scene.
Well, my number one is, obviously, you've said it, Superman and Lois, because let's be honest, without Lois, we would have Injustice Superman, I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon she grounds him. She, even though he's, that country boy grown up, he has morals. He's a very respectful, loving, caring person. You know that, but sometimes decisions in life can steer you off track, and I think Lois keeps him on track. And like, I love Superman and Lois. Is just, I can't praise that show enough, and I'm just so gutted that it's on CW, because I'm just worried that they're going to butcher it like they butcher every other show. But the way they tell their relationship as Superman and Lois, and as Clark Kent and Lois, is like just like the comics, man. Like, that's how it is, and I love it. I love it. I even like and they had really good chemistry. Was Daniel Kane? Was it Daniel Kane? Is that his name? Superman Lois back in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. It's Daniel Kane, isn't it?
Daniel Kane. I think it was Daniel Kane, and I forget her name, but they had really good chemistry as well. But even I loved Smallville, and Erica Durance, I think, played Lois Lane in Smallville. Again, they had a good, and a lot of shows have done that good, and movies have done that good. Even, with Brandon Roth, Superman Returns, like when he came back after all of it, like, you could still see the love was there, even though she had the child with him, and she was with the other bloke. But yeah, I just always will love and respect Superman and Lois's relationship, because it's what every relationship should be like. Like, she knows that he's going to go out, fly, and save the world, the planet. You know what I mean? Like Batman and the Flash and Green Arrow, they don't really need to save they don't go venture out into other worlds where Superman does. So Lois is going to have the patience of him going to another planets and all that kind of stuff. And Superman's got to have faith in her that she's a reporter, and she's going to get deep down and dirty into the stories. And he's got to support her, and you don't have to always watch me. Let me do it myself. So that's why I love Superman and Lois, and always will. And then Green Arrow and Black Canary is not far behind that, though we don't get much of those stories. But that's our top 5 favorite relationships. Let us know in the comment section what yours are. Some honorable mentions that, you know, I was tossing up between was Robin and Nightwing. Not Robin and Nightwing. Nightwing and Barbara Gordon. Harley Quinn and
Poison
Harley
Ivy.
Quinn and Poison Ivy is good.
Mm.
I didn't mind like reading it. It was all new to me. It was Wiccan and Speed. I think no, not Wiccan, Speed, Wiccan and Hulkling, not Hulkling, Wiccan and I was in the Empire one. They got married. You know, there's a lot of other relationships out there. I was Aquaman and Moira. Is it Moira? Mera?
Mera,
There's heaps of other ones. Let us know.
And I'm an Arthur and Dolphin fan. Like I like Aquaman and Dolphin. And there's another one I don't like Abby Kane, so I'm a massive Swamp Thing fan. But yeah, Abby Kane annoys me sometimes in the comics, so that's why I didn't put Swamp Thing and Abby Kane in there. But again, they both need each other for the storyline. So yeah.
Yeah. So let us know in the comment section, anime, TV shows, films, whatever it is, your favorite couples. Let us know in the comment section below. As always, thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. We'll see you guys soon with another top 5 and another episode of Talking Pop Culture Live. See you guys.
Yep.